You're late. I said be here at sundown, not after sundown. I expect you to know the difference. Because a hunter needs to be punctual. If you have a target that's supposed to be at a place at a certain time, do you just stroll in afterwards, hoping they'll still be there? Exactly. So how about next time, rather than this bullshit, you show up when I tell you to? Thank you. Did you get what I asked you to pick up? Excellent. This'll come in handy tonight. Tonight we're going out on patrol. Sometimes when a hunter is assigned to a particular area, their duties will include going out and making sure that nobody is stepping out of line. Well, I don't care what these freaks say. Councils and, covens and all that shit. They're all up to something. And tonight, well, tonight's a perfect night to prowl. Sorry, patrol. First night of the full moon, which means the werewolves are out. Oh, yes. And these little beauties, well, they'll let us see a lot farther in the dark. Frosthaven can have a council of werewolves all at once. I don't trust them. Not one lick. So, we verify. And if any of these mangy bastards steps out of line, we'll be ready. You think I'd come unprepared? Silver, just in case. Just because I don't have a warrant on anybody doesn't mean I can't kill one of them if they seem to be stepping out of line. You catch a vampire or a werewolf or any of the others doing something they're not supposed to do, and it requires lethal force to stop it, you're covered. Oh yes. The government has us very well covered for this. This ain't my first rodeo. I know how to handle these situations. Like I said, we'll be all right. You might want to get ready. Well, it is going to be cold out there tonight. Last thing you want is to freeze out in the wilderness. I'm already dressed. I'm wearing 3 layers, one of which is thermal. I know what I'm doing. Check your bag. I made sure you had some before we left. See? Now, go be a good little protege and get changed. We gotta get out of here before long. I figured we'd head a little up north tonight. From what I understand, there's a werewolf pack up that way. Some newer pack that was just formed, so they're probably a little young and, anxious to prove themselves. That sort of anxious energy, that's what we're gonna want. They'll get stupid, don't you worry. Sooner or later, one of them will slip up. I can't say for sure. I know they're headed up by some new alpha. Most all of them are turns, except for one. That kid's a funny story. Well, you see, if my intel's right, he comes from a very old and prestigious line of werewolves. Apparently, his father is some sort of big hotshot in the werewolf community. Shit, don't ask me. I don't know how he ended up slumming it out here in Frosthaven. But I can tell you, if he's out here and somebody on the East Coast is making a play for some power in Frosthaven, I want to be here when it happens. That sort of chaos, I'll tell you what, it breeds the perfect conditions for you and I to thin the herds, as it were, a little bit. Go on, get changed. We're gonna have to get out of here before long. Don't worry, I found a rental that we can use. Nondescript, but it'll get the job done. It'll handle our gear no problem. Now seriously, go. Now, aren't you glad I recommended the thermals? I told you it was gonna be cold. I've been doing this work long enough to know that when it's cold and you have to stake out, don't skimp on the clothing. Listen, there is a time and a place for fun little banters, but this ain't it. We can make flirty jokes all you want later. Right now, though, we gotta focus. You see anything yet? Nah, me neither. From what I understand, their pack is 60, 70 miles of, territory, so we may not see him tonight, but we got 3 nights of this, so let's hope we get lucky. Yeah, it would be lucky to see him. Get descriptions, pattern markings. That way, we can go back and see if these assholes have done anything prior. If they haven't, we can make a positive ID. Again, we have so much more latitude. Oh yeah, you find out one of these unnatural bastards did something prior to being in Frosthaven and prior to our arrival, but we can ID him positively, we can take him. Yeah, I do want to take him. These unnatural mutts. Werewolves. Human and wolf hybrid. How the hell that happened? So you're telling me you don't think this is unnatural? I get it, the world is a crazy place. Vampires, demons, elves, dwarves. But this, half human, half wolf. Strains the mind to think what kind of degeneracy led to this. Listen, you can act all naive all you want. I know their kind. I've seen their kind. The full moon betrays the kind of monster they really are. See, here's the thing. On a full moon, they at least show their true face. That monster inside of them comes out, the one they try to deny and ignore. But truthfully, it's always right there. You'll come around to my way of thinking. When you've seen the things I've seen, all of them start to look guilty. Shh. You hear that? Well, damn, I think we might have just gotten lucky. Sure enough. Okay, there. About 2 o'clock. You see him? Keep your voice down. Their hearing's gonna be pretty sharp. There you are, you sons of bitches. The gray one up front, towering over all the others. That's gonna be their alpha. Yeah, apparently he's a transplant. I was able to get a little intel on him. He was a turn. Transplant from New York. Moved out here after he was turned. Disgusting. Would have locked himself away for the rest of his life if he had any decency. The next ones are hard to tell. Pair of them down there are brother and sister. One of them's another transplant from Boston, another turn. 3 females, 4 males. It's disgusting. Apparently, the alpha has some human mate. Can you believe that? A human consorting with these beasts? Makes me sick. May not be your job to judge, but it's mine. And to be fair, I will gladly judge these bastards. This is part of the job. You don't have to like how I approach it, but this is part of the job. Recon and analysis. That camera working? Good. I want pictures of each and every one of them. We can analyze them later, see if their markings come up. Well, to be honest, only 2 of them have had any, real time as werewolves to do some heinous shit. The alpha and that other one, the one from Boston. Yeah, that's right, the pure blood. Yeah, take as many pictures as you can. If you see any identifying markings, anything, unique, make sure to get it. Exactly. That light patch of fur on the alpha's head, that's a dead giveaway. Yeah, little bits here and there. Stuff we can use. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them has done something. They're invading us, you know that? I was talking to one of my nephews, my brother's kid. Apparently one of his favorite streaming something or other, I don't know. Kid who plays video games online and people pay him to do it. Apparently, one of his favorites just came out as a werewolf. People showering him with love and affection, not seeing the monster that he really is. Not seeing that 3 nights a month the moon makes him a beast, ready to slaughter everybody he can. You best start opening your eyes, son. We work with monsters. We kill monsters. And I see a lot of monsters. Alright, they seem to be heading out. We should probably get out of here too. Yeah. Unlikely they'll come back, plus, we got what we needed. Come on, let's go.